Good day to you. I was thinking about one thing recently. This young girl, or maybe she isn't that young anymore, but you all know who Miley Cyrus is. She's this pop star, or this Hannah Montana character. And I just wanted to talk about her quite quickly, because one thing that actually struck me was I've never seen the Hannah Montana movie, so I have no idea what's it about or anything about. I know nothing about it. The only thing I know, I've seen like commercials of it, and I've seen pictures of her in the Hannah Montana character. Nothing more. But I do, however, know the reputation she has. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not going to frown her or be negative on her or anything like it. I just want to talk about the transformation she has been going through. You know, she started as this young teenager, you know, playing this Hannah Montana, and you know, I think it's like musical. I don't know. I can Google it. I think it's like a musical series or whatever. It's an American TV series for children and teenager. It's produced by Disney, so Disney. So it's very like childish-like, and I guess all the teenager girls, like from 12, 13 and up to maybe 16, would adore that show. But however, she's this teenager girl just living like a double life. On the day she's a usual schoolgirl, and when the evening comes she is a pop star. But anyway, the theme and the whole message and the whole everything about that show is very, very teenager-like. You know, it's much about being a teenager and, you know, having dreams and growing up and everything about that. And recently I saw this movie, what's it called? Oh, I can't recall. No, I have to check that. The movie. Wait a minute. What's her name? Miley Cyrus. I have to check out because I can't recall the name of the movie. It's The Last Song. First impressions of it, I liked it. It was a very nice movie. It's very touching. It's a touching story. I liked it. I loved it, to be honest. It's one of the best movies of 2010, actually. And, before that I knew who Miley Cyrus were, but I didn't know actually much about her. It was just, I knew she, got her reputation and got like known for the Hannah Montana series, and her transformation there, it's really, from a teenager growing into a woman, and it's nice to see, because even in her music you can see that. If you check one of her latest songs, Who Owns My Heart, I think it is, you can see she is very, very, selling her out to be sexy, and she's really, moving into this pop star culture where all the girls have to be, sexy and being in sexy clothes and dancing in the videos. And I don't know. I don't know if I actually like that. I mean, it's nice of her growing up and everything, but just directly moving into this slutty, I don't like the word, but I have to say, because it's the best way to describe it. It's this slutty world, to be honest, because if you watch, movies today, music videos, mostly, it's all the same, the girls trying to look sexy, they're trying to, I don't know, and maybe it's just that thing, the way they are, being sexy, that sells. I don't know. It kind of overflows the actual music. It kind of takes over in a sense. So I don't like that. I actually don't like it. Even though I actually like her songs. Like Who Owns My Heart, for example. As I was saying, it's a very good song. It's nice, party music, and this song she did for the movie, the last song, I can't remember that name either. The Climb, by the way, it's also very good. When I Look at You, that song, you can YouTube it or use Spotify or whatever. It's a very good song, and I don't know, that transformation of her, going from a teenager, growing up to a woman, and directly moving into this world of shallow and fake. I don't know, this fake world. It's kind of sad. If you want to be successful, and if you want to grow in that business, I think that's what you have to do. You have to follow the mainstream. You can't do anything unique, and you can't do anything that's out of place or whatever. And that's why I cherish people that are unique and do something different, and that have the courage to do so. So I know it's sad, but my point being that all my judge, I had a lot of judge on her, but later I actually found out that she is talented, and she is a very good singer, and she just, what I don't think she know where to go, or which way to take, or which path to choose. And it's her father, the country star, can't remember the name, Ray Charles, I think, should be there to guide her and telling her like that she needs to listen to the music and really do the music, and not try to focus on all the other things. But as I was saying, if you want to be successful, you have to do it. You have to do what all the others are doing, and that's the only way to go. And that is very sad. If I was a major star, an actor or an artist of some sort or whatever, if I was very well known, if people knew who I was, if I was a household name, I would never get friends in the same business, in Hollywood, for example. I would never get friends there. I would never, definitely not get my wife there. I would actually keep my normal friends from back home and just try as much as I can to be with them, because it's such a fake world over there, and I know I've never been there, so I can't be sure, but whenever you see all these kinds of reality shows like The Hills or The City, I know some of it is scripted, but yeah, I mean, you can see those people being so shallow and so fake. It's sickening. I get sick, truly. I really get sick, looking at it, and thinking that people really are like that in that place and in that business. So that's why I would never try to get deep with someone over there. It's very sad, I doubt that it was the same, back in the early days of Hollywood, the 50s, 60s, where we have James Dean and all the other, legendary actors and actresses, I don't really think it was the same back then. It was more pure, and it was clean, and it was about the art, nothing less and nothing more. And that is what I want for this world. I want true, deep, and cherished things to do. Not doing it for the money or for fame or whatever. Doing it just because you love it and nothing else. Because that, in the end, that is what is true happiness to me, to be honest. And true happiness comes from that, doing what you love. Nothing less, nothing more. And if everybody had the chance of doing that, the whole world would be such a better place. Oh, but anyway, I don't want to be negative, but in general I actually have a kind of negative view on humanity itself, so that's what you get listening to me. But I try to be funny, of course, and I try to be positive, and I try to be glad all the time, especially when I'm around people, because negative and angry and irritated people just brings the element and the feeling down if they're associated with other people. If you're in a room standing with two of your friends, talking about whatever, and you have fun, and you in a deep conversation or discussion or whatever, and someone comes in very angry and irritated and frustrated and start to curse on you and calling you names or whatever, the whole atmosphere there is gone. It's very sad. So, and of course, we can't always be at our best behavior. We can't always be glad and positive. It's just not possible, because we have to be, sad and angry sometimes. But try to do what I do. Actually, when I feel like that, I always lock myself in. I shut myself into an empty room, and I sit there. I try to ease myself, and I try to come to my senses. And it can be hard sometimes. I have to admit, because sometimes you just get so angry, you want to break something, and you want to know, that you want people to know that you are angry. So you have to do something, a stunt or whatever, and that can be hard to just do what I do, just lock yourself in and try to calm down. But it is the best way, because it doesn't, you know, bring other people down. It's the most generous and not selfish thing you can do. So that is actually why I do it, because I try hard not to be selfish. Selfish people, I don't know, it's a sin to me, really. And arrogant people, disrespectful, negative, and I mean those kind of, I don't want to be around any of those kinds of people. I would just it would just make me very angry. However, this turned out to be quite of a longer video. I didn't mean to delve into this discussion, but it just happened. But it started with Miley Cyrus and it ended with arrogant people.